Welcome to PodSpace. In this video, we will show how to easily build Docker images from any source code, deploy it instantly, and make it rebuild automatically anytime a change occurs in the source repository. Let's sign in to the PodSpace console by providing the email address and password. Here, projects can be created, managed, or deleted. Let's create one. Give it a name and a description so that everybody working on this project knows what it is about. PodSpace builds container images from your application source code by using builder images. In the catalog, they are identified by this symbol. There is plenty of out-of-the-box builder images for the most used programming languages and platforms. Besides simple builder images, you can choose from various application templates, which define complex application environments that you can deploy with a single click. Let's build and deploy a Cake.php application. This application needs a database, so for sake of simplicity, we will use a template from the PodSpace catalog called Cake.php MySQL example. This template, apart from building the application by using a builder image, it also deploys a MySQL container and configures the Cake.php application to use it. Here, in the Git repository URL text field, I have to specify a link to the Git repository containing my application source code. I could use any public repository like GitHub or Bitbucket, or even my private Git repo if I have one. Actually, it's very easy to deploy my own private Git repository inside PodSpace. We have an application template in the catalog which contains an easy-to-use self-hosted Git repository called Gugs. All you need to do is set a hostname and a password, and click Create to deploy it. Now that we have deployed our private Git server, let's click on this link which opens the web interface. But how do I push the source code? Simple! First, let's create a new repository. Copy the link. I have the source code of my application already prepared in this directory, which now I will push into the repository that I have just created. Even though a PHP application is chosen as an example, PodSpace can build images from any language. The currently used one, among many others, can be found under the PodSpace GitHub page. Let's copy our application repository link, go back to the Cake.php MySQL template and paste it in the Git repository URL text field. Now that everything is set, click Create. Let's go to the overview page and see what happened. As you can see, PodSpace started building the application. At the end of this process, a Docker image will be created that contains everything that our app needs to run. You can monitor the progress by reading the build log messages. Once the build is finished, the image is deployed automatically. Now that the deployment is finished, let's see the application running. Cool! As you can see, PodSpace did everything in the blink of an eye. By the way, since we are building Docker images here, PodSpace has automatically created an image repository for my application. This is a private, authenticated Docker repository. Here I can list the images under the My App Docker repository, and I can see that the latest image has just been pushed a few minutes ago when the build has completed. But what if I update the source code of my application? Do I have to repeat all the steps done so far in order to keep my application updated with the last version of the source code? Of course not. The whole purpose of PodSpace is to enable you to streamline your development processes. It is an integrated platform which contains a lot of features to let you automate basically any step of your application delivery process. One of these features are called webhooks. With webhooks, you can set up a build so that as soon as a change of the source code is getting pushed under version control, PodSpace automatically builds and possibly even deploys the updated application. To enable this feature, copy the webhook URL from the build configuration page, switch to the Git repository admin interface, choose to create a new webhook, paste the link, and create it. Now, let's see it in action. Let's switch to the web page of the application we have just deployed. As you can see, the header says, "Welcome to your Cake.php application on PodSpace." Let's edit the source code by changing the text of the first page and commit the changes. By switching back to PodSpace, you can see that a new building process is automatically triggered by the changes we have just done on the source code. Once the build is finished, a new image is created and automatically deployed by PodSpace. Done. Let's see if there is any difference on the application web page. There it is, the webhook worked perfectly. As you can see, with PodSpace, it is pretty easy to build and deploy your own Docker images from any application source code. but you have seen just a glance of all the integrated features that enable you to automate any part of your application delivery process. There are many more. PodSpace is a full-fledged application delivery platform based on Docker. It has all the tools you need to implement a cloud-native continuous delivery environment. In the next part of the series, we will demonstrate how to define pipelines that orchestrate the building, testing, and deploying of your application over many environments. Subscribe to PodSpace now, and you can recreate what you have seen right away. You will find detailed tutorials covering these and many more features in the documentation section of the website. Don't forget, the future starts today. So subscribe now and deploy your applications in a container-based cloud-native environment.